Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm market analyst Nick Nassad. Today is Tuesday, May 26, 2009. We begin with fundamental news from Germany, where the final version of first quarter GDP matched the preliminary version, showing the economy contracting 3.8% on the quarter. The release provided added detail to the figure as it revealed a sharp drop in exports and business investment as the two major negative contributors. The IFO measure of German business climate for industry and trade rose once again in May, though the climb was smaller than expected. The index for current conditions fell compared to April, but more firms had a better assessment of conditions 6 months from now. On the consumer front, the GfK Group's confidence index remained stable at 2.5 for the June period. While economic expectations increased slightly for a second month in a row, income expectations were down somewhat. A final important fundamental release from the Eurozone showed Eurozone industrial new orders sliding 0.8% in March, the 8th straight decline in orders. That figure undershot expectations of an increase. The annual rate showed the pace of decline slowed to 26.9% from negative 34.2% in February. Though the free fall in orders seems to have stopped, it's too early to say that demand has reached a bottom. The euro-dollar pair traded sideways in yesterday's session as holidays in the UK and US lowered liquidity and volatility. Overnight, in today's session, the euro fell to the 1.3860 level, giving up some of the steep gains it had won last week. The pair then managed to pare its losses during the New York session, rebounding to trade near 1.40 in the afternoon as a strong move in stocks and a better-than-expected U.S. consumer confidence number boosted risk appetite. The same sentiment ran through most pairs today as traditionally higher yielders lost ground to the Yen and Greenback overnight but rebounded in New York trading, wiping away most of their overnight losses. The Aussie Yen pair, for example, slid to test Friday's lows around the 73 level, but then broke its down move and rose about 180 pips to trade near 74.90 by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we mentioned before, stocks in the U.S. climbed on better consumer confidence news, and that helped pull up European stocks as well. Let's look at the aforementioned report. The Conference Board Index of Consumer Confidence jumped to 54.9 for the May period from an upwardly revised 40.8 in April. That's close to a 14-point increase, which is the fourth largest gain in the 32-year history of the survey, and returns the index to its highest level since last September. The Future Expectations Index surged to 72.3 from 51 in April and can help push a theme that consumers see a bottom to the current recession approaching. On the other hand, home prices in 20 major metropolitan areas decreased 18.7% from March 2008, matching the annual decline seen in February. With the number of foreclosures remaining high, home prices continue to be pressured. That is having negative ramifications for household wealth and consumer spending. A third release from the U.S., the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index, improved to a reading of 4 in May from negative 9 in April. That is the first time in 12 months that the index for overall activity was positive, as strong increases in shipments and new orders helped offset contractions in employment, backlogs, and deliveries. The dollar-yen pair did not show much reaction today, staying within the range established yesterday. After sliding steeply last week, the pair has found some support near the 93.80 level on Friday, while this week the pair has been keeping above the 94.50 area. The US dollar-Canadian dollar pair did have a rather strong reaction to today's changes in risk sentiment. First, the greenback rose to the 1.1350 level before it found resistance. That level had acted as support last week and now switched its role. From that level, the pair slid 190 pips to set a fresh 7-month low around 1.1160. Tonight, look for trade data from Japan, Australia's leading index, and New Zealand's business confidence. Overnight, the UK will post data on mortgage approvals, and Germany releases its preliminary version of consumer inflation for the May period. Tomorrow, the US will post data on existing home sales and on housing prices, while Canada releases info on company profits. And that wraps up today's coverage of the Forex market. Thank you for joining us here at CMSFX.com, and happy trading.